Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. I am so glad that you are all here. What an amazing Monday this is. It's 1 week till Christmas. Woohoo! All right, we're getting close and super excited just for this wonderful community and all of the amazing people that I've been able to meet and been blessed with over the past year. And one of them is Branka, who is with me today. She is an amazing person and friend, and I'm so thankful to have her here all the way from Slovenia. So it's not morning for her. So whatever time it is for you guys, wherever you are, I appreciate you all being here. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing day. So this is Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. And this show broadcasts on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. It also sits on those platforms after we broadcast live, and you can engage live. Then it sits there and people can watch on replay. So people miss this, you can tell them. And if you're watching on replay, please put #Team Replay. Let us know that you're watching on replay today. And that would be so amazing. And also, this then gets converted to audio podcast. So if you miss some or you just need to listen in your car, you can listen in on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, whatever is your favorite podcast platform. We can do that as well. So there's so many ways to catch Marketing with Russ. It's amazing. And today I am still recovering from eye surgery. So I'm going to put my glasses on real quickly here so I can see. And I'm going to tell you a few things about what's going on here today. You know, the theme of this show is how amazing people connect. And definitely today is like no other day. Branka is definitely one of the most amazing people I met. I think it was the first time we met, had the guts and the wisdom to tell me to stop and slow down because I get moving too fast. And you know what? I still appreciate her for that to this day. And so anyway, it's just an amazing person. She's going to talk to you more. But you know, the show is all about connection, and I love to connect. So the best way to do that is with me is at russhedge.com. Russhedge.com is the best place to connect. You can get all of my connection links, whether it's social media, email, phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom with me. And I would love for you to do that. I would. So if you get a chance to get on there, please do that and go to russhedge.com. Also have a free download on there all about connection. It's called Transform Your Business in 3 Simple Steps. Maybe not easy, but they're very simple that I can explain to you. It's a free download. And if you want to take that further, you can schedule time to meet with me. I would love to do that and meet with you as well. Also, if you can become part of our YouTube community, we would love it. Go open up another tab right now. Go to YouTube by going to marketingwithruss.live. That's what you type in, marketingwithruss.live. Take you directly to my YouTube page. Who needs to binge Netflix? Man, you can binge Marketing with Russ. There's 300 and a lot of episodes I forget which episode we're on already. So there is a lot of episodes. So there's so many amazing people that have been on there. So go to marketingwithruss.live, subscribe today, please. I appreciate that. And also share this out and tag your friends today. Let people know, hey, Branka's on. It's going to be great. And love to make sure that you hear this conversation. So let your friends know. And that would be so, so great. Also, I just want to remind you, my book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, a great way to encourage and inspire you in written form. All of my books you can pick up at russedge.com or go to Amazon or online booksellers to get those. And there's also my two latest books, Rattle Awake Volume 1 and A Note to My Family. Uh, I Am Your Legacy, which just came out, both international bestsellers. And would love for you to pick those up on Amazon today, both in paperback and in ebook form. So that would be so great. And I think with that, I think it's time to get Branka in the room. Let's do that. Let's get the party started. Here we go. Woohoo! Hello,
Hello.
Branka. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you.
You know what? I am so glad to have you here, but I remember one thing that I forgot to mention. So we're going to go back to that.
Yeah.
While you're here with me, you can help me out. This would not be possible without our amazing, amazing sponsors. And I am so thankful for all of those. And I think people saw beforehand here, the sponsors are at the bottom. D. Scott Smith and his amazing book on business networking and a scientific method. The Alzheimer's Association, you can give to the Alzheimer's Association by going to alz.org, and I highly, highly recommend that. Thank you to Trina at the Arbor at Abermer Court for sponsoring that ad and that sponsorship. By the way, D. Scott Smith and his books and all that, you can go to dscottsmith.com for that. Also, Jeff Tyson, what an amazing friend. I appreciate Jeff so much. You can go to Jeff at transcendingproperties.com. That's Jeff at transcendingproperties.com to connect with him today. Get great information. I just appreciate all that he is doing. And he's got conversations with Jeff, his own live stream as well. And then the Oaks at Lebanon, retirement and assisted living. That is a great, great place in Lebanon, Oregon, that if you have people that need assisted living, retirement living, that is the place to go. So appreciate each one of those. Here they are one more time. Scott's book, the Alzheimer's Association's, Jeff Tyson, and the Oaks at Lebanon. Appreciate all of them so much today. So with that, I'm back to you, Branka, live and in person. Tell me, besides all the amazing things that I know you're doing, and besides the fact that you have great choice in hats, tell me a little
Yeah.
bit more about Branka and what you're doing.
Yeah. So today, as we are approaching Christmas, I will go to more personal side, I would say. So I am a mother of two young boys. And they both say hello to all of you today because they are excited. So yeah, I had to share it. I love nature. I love earth, basically, gardening, being in forests, near the water, wherever. And yeah, besides it, I'm in love with human nature and human experience. So it was a path that started with my chronic illness and got me to the point where I am now. So, where I am supporting others with coaching and consultations about emotional intelligence, practical neuroscience, and how basically how to navigate life, navigate emotions, how to learn to regulate ourselves and live mindfully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think what I love is everything that you do really focuses in on really kind of slowing down and uh, learning how to enjoy and how to be more productive with your life. Because I think we all get in so big of a hurry all the time that we just run past so much in life, don't you think?
Yeah, we do. We miss a lot of life just because we are stuck in our heads, basically. It was at least my truth for many years. During my adolescence, I was truly a lot of anger was within me, and I couldn't express it. So it was I was running back and forth, just like I like to share this. Some people are struggling with depression, some people are struggling with anxiety, but the fact is they're struggling with psychological time in their heads. So it's really, you are here right now, and that's the basic form where we can basically empower you. So to realize that those thoughts about the past are just thoughts,
Right.
reliving it today, and the future the same. So the more, like you said, yeah, I advised you to slow down, because so many people, and me included in some ways, and some days we just get up caught up in this game of life, and we run to things and we want to accomplish, and we, in that pursue, we can forget about ourselves. And if we don't make a routine to take care of ourselves, just like we thought, do you have a routine that is for you, for supporting you, your time, your energy? If you don't take time for it on a regular basis, basically your body will make time for it with illness or some kind of disease challenge. And that's basically what happened to me and what led all this transformation. So yeah, now I know how to slow down and stop, but I didn't know it before. And it is a struggle, because you feel like you're always under pressure.
Right.
This
Yeah.
pressure is internal, basically.
So, it's interesting to me because as you think, so you are basically. I mean, the way you're thinking and the direction you're heading, you become that. So if you are scattered in your brain, which I can relate to, you can be scattered all over the place trying to do too much. And this whole concept of multitasking has really destroyed people to some extent because first of all, it's a lie. You can't multitask. People might think they can. Some people can switch between uh, different projects or things they're doing faster. Women are better at that than men, I understand. But you can only focus your brain on one thing at a time. So if you focus your brain on one thing and you actually get that done and then jump to the next thing, you're always going to be more productive. But also, it's how you think about yourself and how you are just as far as going about your pace and all of those things in life. I think all that is so important. How does that enter into the whole realm of emotional intelligence and all of that?
You outlined an interesting fact, basically, because, yeah, as a mother, I have to say that you can multitask and you need to, especially as I was a stay at home mom for 5 years. So, being with both kids at home, you need to. But as a result, it's perfectly like you stated. So you are exhausted and you may have done different tasks and you managed to go through it, but what's lacking, it's human connection. What's lacking is mindfulness, presence, energy. Because if you focus on one task and do it mindfully with all of your presence and focus, you basically help yourself regain energy, because you are in this present moment, and in that state you are not just more able to do it in a better way, but also your kind of work is more sustainable. Because what we can observe in this world, basically, and what is even more profoundly stated in the business world, is the fact that the burnout is hot topic. And we are all wondering where does it come from, and why before there wasn't so many. It was to the certain degree, but the fact is that this stress was ignored for so long, and those patterns were formed in businesses and in families and all the systems. So basically we are now at the middle point, I would say. On one hand, we are trying to cover our well-being and our mental health, but on the other hand, we want to be performing and we want to be productive. And the beauty of life is the fact that, yeah, we need both. We need to be with ourselves and take care of ourselves and rest and recharge. At the same time, we need to be productive. We need to contribute, we need to share. And many times people say, yeah, you will become selfish, you will become egoistic if you focus on yourself. There was a great post I just read today that focused on there is no I in the team. But this fear is basically forced belief you have to be just in a group. You are not, I don't know, we can go back to you're not enough alone, whatever. But the fact is that when you realize that it's important to recharge yourself, to be the best version of yourself, because that's the whole point. With me, I needed this year to go inwards and to truly realize what is happening internally, so
Right.
that I could go back into the world and to really share things with the world and live in the world, because it can be a big struggle. So yeah, balancing those two, and at the same time being aware of what are you thinking, because before I was, I don't know, if you asked me when I was 16, 17 years old, I would say it's bullshit. I'm sorry, but when you said what I'm thinking that I am, I would say, oh my God, you're so crazy. My thoughts have no idea what I'm thinking. My body has no idea. It doesn't matter what I think. It only matters what I say. That was the thing I was taught. But the more I expressed and the more I explored and the more I lived, the more I realized, yeah, we can be our biggest enemy, basically. And
Yeah.
it's not doing any good to us.
No, and life is the best teacher, I think. And what I like is when you first sit down with somebody, you really listen and you pay attention to what's going on. And so when someone comes to you, Branka, and they say, I need your help, I need your coaching, I need to deal with my emotional intelligence, because nowadays mental health is it's such an important topic too. And people, because of their emotional state, are not mentally healthy a lot of times. When you sit down with them, you listen to them, and where do you go from there?
It's basically a conversation, yeah. It's the biggest part is to truly listen and go find the core reason why someone is struggling. So my first question would usually be, what is something that is repeatedly present in your life? So we can detect the most painful pattern or trigger they experience. And when I ask that, people open up. And yeah, I give them space, I give them time, I give them acceptance. No matter what it is, no matter how you think, let it out, so you can see and hear what are you thinking. And people are shocked sometimes, just like you were shocked when I said it directly to you. But
I was, I was shocked, but I thought at the same time, I thought, what? And then I thought, wow, good for you.
yeah, and those reactions are pretty common, because people are not used to it. Just like you said, people are used to be heard on the surface level. But I try to be compassionate enough and to be on that level to truly hear what's behind it. So what feelings are driving this action? And if I can add one thing that connects with the previous question and this question, it's the fact that we need to understand that our body is an amazing machine. And if we are talking about mental health, okay, we can talk about well-being. And well-being is truly a whole connection. And if you just realize and accept the fact that when we experience emotions inside of our body, it's basically immune system that is going up and down, because our hormones are emotions. When we experience emotions, chemical reaction is in our body. And if we are always stressed, our immune system is shut down. That's a big struggle that I needed to unwrap to really realize why this is so important. And if we take care of our emotional states and we learn how to regulate emotions, we are definitely supporting our health. And
Right.
like we talked many times, positivity in the journey of healing has a big, big effect. And that's the reason
Right.
for it.
Yes. No, I agree 100%. I mean, I think it is one thing I've learned is, the approach I take and the mindset and the perspective I have on life is huge in the healing of my body. But it's just as far as healing in your mind and how what you go about. I give myself, so like you talked about morning routine and having a routine in your life that is really productive and makes you what you want. And I really slow down and take time in the morning. I get up in the morning, I start with a real positive mindset, which we've talked about. I go and do my devotions and prayer and meditation, and then I actually journal and I exercise. And all of that time, I'm giving myself time to do things. I'm not jumping on social media and doing a bunch of other stuff, right? I'm staying focused on what I'm doing. And I think those things are so important because if we don't give ourselves time and take care of ourselves, then we run into issues, right? That's where the whole thing starts is not taking
Yeah,
care of ourselves. How can we get out there, help others, do whatever we do for life and even with our own family and friends? How can we be helpful and productive to them in life if we're having so many challenges and not giving ourselves space and time, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's important to note, as this is also shared on LinkedIn, and you can find a ton of different suggestions about routines and all that stuff. It's amazing that people are sharing awareness. But I always tell my clients to find what works for you. So we are different, we are unique, we have different routines, we have different needs, and we have to listen to ourselves enough to find out what supports us. So to truly have a reserved, I don't know, at least 1 hour a day for us, and to do what works for you. With me, it's not the same every day, but it has the same lineage between it, because it the main focus what I do is to be within myself, to feel my body, to act out or maybe write out or sing out. It's a lot of different things, but the fact is that I'm with myself and for myself that time, and I dedicated it to it. And the second part I want to address, since we are going into the Christmas and all those celebrations and stuff, it's like you mentioned a little bit, it's about mindfulness. So being present in the present moment. So for many people, yeah, these holidays just fly by because they are lost in the head. They are lost in those past memories. Maybe a lot of people suffered during this time, and let's not forget about them. That's why I made the post the other day to address it. But if we are now looking at the people who are a little bit excited to experience holidays but struggle with presents, so that means that you are going to a party, you are happy to go to the party, but in the path towards there, something happens. I don't know. Someone crosses your road and you become angry, and now everything is bad, and you see all the bad, and you are having
Right.
mental flow that is going to the negative direction. What happens when you come to the party? Instead of being excited about who is there and what is there and how it smells, how it looks, we are so caught up in this negativity that we will see, I don't like this. What is he doing here? Why is this? We will find all different reasons why something is not good. So, what can someone do in the moment you realize that you have a negative narrative in your mind? Just stop, breathe. This is a cliche. Many people would say this is a cliche because breathe. Okay, but what are we doing with this breathing? If you notice your negative thoughts and you say to yourself, okay, let's stop for a minute, You get to focus on your body. That's the
Right.
first. You make the pause in your body. That's the second. You get oxygen so you can think better. And then you are able to choose. Like you perfectly state on your book, it's your choice. Will I be
Right.
in this state further, or do I want to feel better? And usually, the easiest way to feel better is just to focus on your heart and say, oh, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm alive.
Right. Right.
That's something we all share. It's unique. And when we are grateful, we don't have a space for anger, for sadness, for jealousy, all those stuff.
Right.
And we can see and experience what good is and notice things. Notice people, notice things, be present with your whole body, not
Right.
just with hands.
Right. No, exactly. And yes, you're good at talking with your hands. You're like me. Um, it is
Yeah.
it is important how you approach things. We only have so much energy in our life, right? We're made of energy, and we get out there, and what we devote our energy to is so important because we can zap our energy with negative thoughts, negative feelings, being mad and frustrated. People get on social media and are jealous and are mad and all this stuff, and in politics and all these different things. But instead, focus our energy on a good perspective, on doing positive things, and on not worrying and fighting and complaining and being negative and being down and what we don't have. And instead of focusing on what we don't have, focusing on what we do have. There's so many
Yeah,
positive
and
things in life.
can I add just something? That's the
Yeah,
beauty of it. With mindfulness, you stop fighting what is. You accept what is. You lose all the judgment. Even if you experience certain feelings, okay, let it be. Just accept it and be curious about it. That's why I
yeah.
wanted to add. I'm sorry.
No, no, that's exactly it. Accept it and be, yeah, because I think that there's so many things that happen to us. A good example. Okay, and of course, I was going to a men's prayer meeting, coffee and prayer meeting. On the way there, I didn't leave myself enough time, so I was late to start with. Second of all, there was somebody in front of me having troubles with their car, and they stopped in the middle of the road, and they just stopped, and I'm just stuck, and I'm thinking, I am so mad, I'm frustrated. Then I hear God's voice say to me, maybe they need help. And so I go up and I talk to the driver. Sure enough, the car was dead. They're having trouble. So I help them push it off to the side of the road and get it to a safe place and do all that. And I make sure they had a cell phone and that, they had somebody to call and all that. And then I made my way to the meeting. But I thought the whole time that my whole mindset and my whole perspective changed when I got out to actually help them realize, hey, if I'm in that spot and my car is dead stopped and I can't do anything about it, I would want somebody to help me. I would not want people just mad and honking and flipping me off as they drive by, which people do. So I'm just like thinking about the way you those those roadblocks, those things in your life, how you approach them affects every single part of your life. And it's so important. So, well, listen, I've got to let you have the last word here and wrap things up. Give us your golden nugget, give us your closing comments, your golden nugget of the day, and then how do people get in touch with you today?
Oh, okay. It always flies so fast.
I
So,
know it goes very fast. I know.
yeah, it does. So, my golden nugget would be truly, I wish you all to spend a great, great days that are coming, to have some time off, to practice mindfulness, like we stated here, to truly work on things so that you can respond in a way that make you feel good, make you empowered, and to move on with love and gratitude. Because this time of year, it's a perfect opportunity, if you don't do it regularly, to at least now look back and find all the beautiful things that this year brought to you, and appreciate them and use them as a fuel for the next year. So that would be my message final. And if you are interested in my work, you have any questions, or you would like to work with me as a coach or a consultation, please reach out. You can find me on LinkedIn, Branka Pestar Hajsek. You will find links in below because Russ takes care of everything.
So there it is. It showed up.
Yeah, you have Calendly link. You can book directly discovery sessions, so where we explore empowerment and you see if this is something you would like to explore and go further. Or you can just DM me and ask something, say something, whatever you do. I'm here, I'm open, and I'm glad to meet new people. So yeah, you can also send me email. I saw you added email as well. So if you prefer that way, it's
there
open.
It is.
So grateful for all.
You are amazing. I'm so grateful for you. And thank you. Thank you for being here today and sharing. And I just want to encourage everybody, please share this out. And if you're watching on replay, please put hashtag team replay and still share it with your friends. You can still connect. You can still comment. You can still share it. And anybody who's watching now, please tag your friends and share this out because you want to see this. I'm telling you that, those of you that have missed this, make sure that you let your friends know. If you just came in and joined us late, don't forget, we also not only broadcast Mondays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Marketing with Russ, but also this stays on the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube forever. And we convert it to audio podcasts. So you can see us on any of your favorite platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever. And that'll be so great. So Branka, thank you so much for being here today. You're always amazing. And I'm going to let you go, but hang tight in the green room real quick and I'll be right there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And
have a blessed Christmas
later. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Nice hat, by the way. Oh, I love it. Well, I tell you, it's been amazing as always. And Branka is an amazing friend and so great. And, she did really kind of jar herself into my life as far as making me stop and think about things. And I appreciate that. And we need friends like that. We need friends that are willing to speak the truth and speak their minds and let us know the things that we need to hear. And so just appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're listening, viewing pleasure. And speaking of viewing, glasses back on here. Appreciate all of you here today. But I want to tell you, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. And it's been such a blessing today to have our sponsors. We have D. Scott Smith and Business Networking, the Scientific Method. You can go to dscottsmith.com for that. Also, our good, amazing Alzheimer's Association that we are working to find a cure. There is not a cure for Alzheimer's, as you know, or you may not know. My mama passed away from Alzheimer's a couple of years ago. And so love to have you give to them. Go to alz.org. alz.org is the way to go. My good friend, Jeff Tyson, who's got his program, Conversations with Jeff, you're going to want to go there as well because he is an amazing individual. You can go to Jeff at transcendingproperties.com to get a hold of him. And then the Oaks at Lebanon, they are an amazing retirement and assisted living facility in Lebanon, Oregon. You can call them at 541-258-7777. And again, we appreciate them because we couldn't do this without our sponsors. So thanks to everybody for being here today. And, all the information today has been in the show notes and has also been in the comments during the show. It's currently now ticking under me on the screen as well. So get in touch with Branka. I highly recommend that. You need somebody like her in your life, and she will help you and listen to you and be a blessing to you. I just guarantee that. So anyway, until we see you again, which will be this coming Thursday, and then next Monday will be Christmas. Woohoo! So we'll see you on Thursday. And until then, have a great day and a great life. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.